What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I'm gonna ask you to like and subscribe, and we're gonna hop right into this. So today we're taking a look at Dynasty Fitness. I became aware of this brand because Home Gym Hacker had made a comment on my last video, talking about this brand, so I wanted to check them out. I looked at the website briefly, not really that thorough, so I wanted to take another look with you guys so we could see what kind of gym equipment they have and see what's going on here. There was some stuff that surprised me for the price, so that's why we're taking a look here. So we can just kind of scroll through their website and sort of get an idea on their homepage. We got some stacked machines, plate loaded machines. And let's start taking a look. I want to look at the upper body machines here. Abdominal crunch machine, 1844. This is pretty cool. I used to use something sort of similar when I was in the commercial gym, and I always enjoyed that machine. And I've thought about getting something like that. 1844 gets you a plate-loaded machine. The construction looks kind of similar to the Temple of Gainz pullover machine that I have, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're from similar factories. I could be wrong, but looks very similar. It has a rod here rather than it being cable or belt driven though. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back. We have a multi-flight, pretty good looking multi-flight. 2500. Now for 2474, you get a stack with the ab machine. That's pretty cool. Here's another abdominal machine. I personally don't like these machines. I had the plate loaded version of the GMWD. These aren't my favorite. As far as like a back machine goes, they're pretty good for a back extension, but I don't like the ab function on them. Assisted chin up. This won't fit in my gym. 45-degree hyperextension back extension. I've been looking for one of these. $836. I was looking at one on Temu that was definitely not this price, but I have no clue of the quality of it, so it's hard to compare. Moving down, we have a bicep curl machine, $2,400. Now, this is interesting. This chest fly machine, $1,349. I love my GMWD, you guys know that. So what's the difference between this machine and the machine I have? Because they're very similar looking. The way that the arms connect here are different, but the rest of the machine looks very similar. So I'm not sure what you're getting for $1,000 more, if we were gonna say. But I love these machines. So not something I would get unless my machine broke, obviously, and then I'd be hard pressed to, pay something so much more expensive when I can get the same machine again. Chest press, let's see, $2,654 for a decline flat Smith machine. Dual adjustable pulley, let's see, pull downs. 2714, I'm sorry guys, I'm blind. 2114 for a front pull down. 1844 incline press. Let's see, keep going. Lateral chest press, 2474. All right, so they have some good stuff here, some interesting stuff. This scissor machine is pretty cool. It's plate loaded. GMWD has their own, Mikolo has their own for obviously less money than this, but this looks like they're heavy duty pieces of equipment. Now, this is one I was actually looking into, this low row. So being that I have the low ceilings, it's always an issue for me to get gym equipment down here. I've looked at low rows before from Temple of Gainz and some other brands, and the issue is, since the plates on the hammer strength load very high, it creates too high of a height. This machine, since the plates load what it looks like to be lower, this may be something that actually would be viable in my gym. And I love this machine. I miss this machine probably some of the most out of all the pieces of gym equipment that I don't have anymore that I used to use at the commercial gym. So pretty cool machine thinking about that. Then they also have seated bicep curl. This is cable driven. Now that I have the GMWD belt driven, cable driven, I'm not sure I'd be looking at replacing necessarily, but this looks like a really cool machine. 1844, you could get a used hammer strength for less, so that's something to think about. Okay, shoulder press. It looks, I'm trying to see what the design is like, which machine is trying to emulate. Shoulder press. Okay. Not a lot of versatility with the handles being straight. Smith row. This is a cool linear row machine. It's got cool handles. One guide rod, so I'm not sure how big of a difference. Obviously, it's probably more, could be overbuilt compared to the GMWD. I'm sorry, Mikolo, but I don't know without using it, so it's hard to compare. But I like the handle setup. This is pretty cool. You have a lot of different options here for the handles. Another multi-flight. I personally would skip over this one. I had a GMWD one similar to this. I prefer the actual multi-flight to this. Oh, and here we have total arms. What is this? Is this a multi-flight or is this something different? How does this work? Upper arm training. This is interesting. I have no clue about this. Oh, okay. So it's like a standing easy curl bar machine or something. That's interesting. I probably, as much as I'd love to put weird equipment in my gym, I'm probably not spending the money for that machine. Okay, let's take a look here. 45-degree leg press, 2249. Belt squat, 1979, but it's a pretty cool looking belt squat. I like the handles here. I really like the handles. So this is something that maybe I would thinking about if I was going to replace my Syenergee, which I've mentioned that I've been thinking about. But again, $2,000 is a hard pill to swallow when you have a pretty decent machine like the Syenergee. This belt squat, I'd be standing too tall. I'd hit my head on the ceiling. Standing calf raises are cool. Reverse hypers or glute developers. Now this leg press here is 2249. I'd love to know the main differences between this machine and like the machine that I just got. These guide rods definitely look pretty robust. The whole framing out looks pretty good actually. So, you know, I'd be curious to see what the main differences are by actually using it. Okay, leg curl. Now this is the other one here. This looks actually kind of more similar to the machine in terms of the framing of it. So maximum training load 661 pounds. So I'm not so sure about that one there. Mikolo did increase the weight, I believe, on their website to 900 pounds for the leg press that I have. Bulgarian split squat machine, that's interesting. Deadlift machine. Lunge. They have some really cool stuff here. Oh, and here's a pendulum squat too. That's pretty cool, 2429 for the pendulum squat. I'd love to get my hands on this and see what this, because it looks pretty compact too. Rear kickback for 1800. I have the GMWD kickback that they don't make anymore, which is a great machine. So I have no need, unfortunately, for something like that. T-bar row, pretty cool T-bar row. Not a huge fan of this design when there's so many others out there with adjustable handles and stuff. V leg press. This is one that this is like a squat press, a Cybex squat press. I like these machines. These are cool. I've thought about getting something like this, so I'd be curious to see what this machine is like. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool, and the quality looks good. I'm impressed by the quality, the way that these machines look. So pretty cool. They also have cable-driven machines. These are not things that I'd be looking at. They generally don't fit in my gym. Dumbbells and racks, same thing. I hate these handles, the ergo handles. I really like the straight handles. So that's interesting. What do they got here? 5 to 100 set for $4,500. Frey Fitness used to have some of the best weights that I've seen for the dollar amount. They are no longer in business. They went out of business. So this is actually not a bad price. And they have benches. All right, pretty cool, guys. Definitely a company I'm gonna keep in mind. I'd love to know if you guys have any feedback about this brand, if you've heard of them, if you've used them other than Home Gym Hacker. But it's definitely one that I'm gonna be checking out, and there could be a possibility maybe that I could order something. I'm not sure, because if they have some deals coming up, maybe something that I'm looking into. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Make sure you drop comments below. The weather here is absolutely horrible, so I'm gonna go outside and shovel for the second time. If you guys are in the Northeast or anywhere where you're getting pretty bad weather, make sure you stay safe, and I'll talk to you later.